Hey everybody. Well, nobody yet, but I do hate that it shows the phone holder. We are in portrait mode, I guess, but it does show the edge of the phone holder. Hopefully that's not too annoying. Okay, I think I'm still getting used to how wide this camera is, but looks like we can see everything. Oh.
Made that for Anna teeth.
David just got done with a carving. I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It took forever, but
Yeah.
it took like an hour, but it's awesome.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
Is the focus bad here? I don't know. How's the focus on your end, everybody? Or two of you? I see two. Let me know how the focus is. I'm just trying to show these little apophylites. I have a whole flat of cute little apophylites. Looks good. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think it's just me. Alright, so I have little apophylites for, I think we're going to do them for $4 a piece here on YouTube. So we're going to go through these, and all the ones that I'm going to show on here will be $4 a piece. Alright, so this one's like obviously a nice chunky apophyllite, and it has a really, oh, the top is super smooth. Has a really lustrous stilbite, and then underneath, it's cool. It's got like a lot of color. I don't know if it's like a hematite thing. Not really sure what it would be with it being a zeolite, but this one has some good character to it. Alright, I'm going to put this one on M. Before we go too much further, I actually should make some room. I set up the whole grid over here. We have some Mookite spheres. Danborites, these are the pink Danborites. They are the clearest things. I am so happy with these Danborites. Hey, Thea T. Glad that you found us here. Yeah, I'm hoping that the notifications are working for everybody. Oh, that rainbow is so cool. So we do have some really glassy Danborites. This one is 42. There's actually a big one for 42. It's just a little bit less clear. Like the luster on it's not like as glassy, but it is a much bigger one for 42. So I think that one's like kind of a steal for the Danborites because it is a nice size. It's actually this biggest one. That one's 42 and these are 42. But those are just glassy. And then that's actually kunzite. So I thought this was pretty cool. It's a huge kunzite crystal. I know, YouTube has been like so awesome. Like I know monetizing stuff on here has been a topic of discussion, but we're not monetizing anything, and the streaming service is so much better than Facebook. Alright, Mookite spheres. I tried to pick out my favorite, but I had a hard time. This one is 36. They all have like a really rich color to them. I love Mookite because it is so vibrant. Like even cheaper Mookite is pretty vibrant. And you would think polychrome would be the same way, but I have seen some like more faded polychromes. This one is really awesome too. It has some cool reds. That one is 36 also. So it looks like around 36 a piece for these. Let's see if my light's working. This one has so much red. And oh look, like this it looks almost yellow. It'd be kind of cool to display it like this, and then as you turn it, it actually does have like a lot of color. So that one has really good yellow. This one I think is so cute. This one's only 33, and I think it looks like a little face. He looks like a little mad face. And this one is 33 for this guy, a little mad face. He's too cute though. He's got like a little smirk. This little angry guy. And that one's 33. The next one is 42. Yeah, you can feel that this one's a lot heavier. This one's like interesting because the yellow has turned a lot more orange. So it's more of like a very mustardy yellow. So that one is like super vibrant. And then the last one is really cool. This one's 42. But the swirls on this are like so awesome. I think this has to be one of my favorites. It reminds me of like a little snake. And that one's 42. Alright, the kunzite. This one, I actually have a measuring tool now. So he's right over 2.5 on the big kunzite. The color's really nice too. Not that my phone would at all let you see the true color. But it's a really cute one. Sold on the 42, the last 42. Ooh, they were both 42. So the more yellow or the snaky guy. So I'm going to assume it's this one, because if I was picking one, I would pick that one. So I'm just going to make an assumption on your behalf. But let me know, Lisa, if you wanted the other one. Not that the other one is bad, but this one just has like some swirls. It's really cute. Yeah, the snake one. I thought so. Alright, write your name on this one. We got brand new Sharpies, and they're actually really sharp. They almost poke holes in my bag. They do, don't they? Like little pool balls. They're so vibrant. I do love Mookite. Okay, other stuff on the board, and then we can put out some more zeolites. We do have some of the Namibian. Is that where it was from? Or was it Nepal? I'm going to have to check the invoice on that. But we have the really lustrous tourmalines. These are really cool. They're so shiny. It's like some of my favorite tourmaline. And they're around 27. I think they're all 27. Yeah. They're all 27 a piece. And I might end up sending these in display cases, because I think they could definitely go in a little display square. This one's cool. That would make a really nice pendant. I love this one. Okay. I'm gonna move Mookites over so we have room to grid some of the zeolites. We do still have this one on M, which is only 4. We're gonna do all the small zeolites for 4 a piece on our pre-show tonight. Okay, I'm gonna pick another one. Oh, they're so pretty. Okay, I'll go with this one. This one is so cute. It's a little stalactite. And it's just is like the most sparkly. I think this one would make a really good pendant too. I'm thinking about getting back into doing my electroforming. So I did get these with the idea of making like apophyllite pendants. I think they would be kind of fun. They'd be really like chunky and out there, but I think they'd be cute. Alright, next. Oh, let's go with a super glassy one. Oh, that was on G, by the way, if you can't see the numbers very well. Or letters. That one's going to Lisa. It does look like a C, so I know that's the one you're talking about. This one's very, very glassy. Oh, that's cool. You can see it was like a little stalactite too. But it's got a glassy point on it. And this one's going to be 4 on F. Look at Lisa on this one. Got it. And I see Justine on F. Got you on that one, Justine. I'll pull some more of those glassy ones. Those are really awesome. I love zeolites, and apophyllite is one of my favorite zeolites. Scolecite. These are like some really cool pieces. Let's go with this one. It's glassy, but it also has a hint of green. So I don't know how well the camera's gonna show it, but this cube is pretty clear. And then everything other than this cube has like a faint green look to it. Oh, the back is really cool too. It's got like a little dusting of maybe calcite. There's a very glassy one. And again, they're just going to be 4 on the YouTube live. I'll put that one on H. I am surprised M is here. This one has like a really nice formed apophyllite with some cool still bite. And that one was on M. Okay. This one. Oh yeah, this one's pretty cool. This one's like very Fiat-y. M is going to Donna. Got you on that one, Donna. So this one is very glassy, and it looks almost like a lodolite or a garden quartz because the matrix seems pretty fluffy underneath the clear pieces. The focus still looks weird on my end, but I hope that it is clear over there. And hopefully it is just me. This one's going on G, and I need to get Donna on this one. This one's really cool. It's got like a big chunky apophyllite. Alright. Got that one. Other glassy ones. Ooh, we'll do this one. Let's see. Soul G. Yes, this one is G, Thea. Sorry, I actually need to pronounce them as I put them out there. That was it. The one on G. It's a really cool one. It does look very lodolite-y. Alright, here's the next one. This one is also very, very glassy. Oh, and look at like the druze right there. This is a cool one. Not that there's a zeolite that is not cool. But I really love these apophyllates. They are so clear. This one is going to be 4, and we'll put this one on F. Ooh, a big one. I'm gonna actually put a big one into the mix. This is, oh gosh, it doesn't even fit in the screen. Alright. And I do have F to Sherry Carter. Got you on that one. I will get you that one once I set this big one down. So this is one of the cut base, and it's 25. Oh, hey. This one's 25. You were so quiet when you came in here.
I just got some wax melts.
You scared me. Oh, wax melts. What scent are you doing?
I did Blue Angel again.
Oh, wow.
And
that's been a while.
Feisty caramel apple cider.
This one's going on G. Only 25 for this freeform. I was going to call it still bite, which it does still have still bite on it. So, all right, got Sherry on this one. For 4. All right. Hey, can you bring me a sold basket and put these in there? Thank you. Ooh, I had an alarm going off. Sold G. This one to Lisa G. Good pick on the freeforms. That was actually the last big one left. They definitely have good. It's really good. It's blurry on my end, but it doesn't seem too blurry on anyone else's end. I'm actually going to let you take over here for 1 minute so I can go grab something.
Okay.
Once I fit this one in a bag. Okay, got you on that one, Lisa.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad.
Does it? It's not like
see?
Weird on your ends?
It looks better.
Here, keep it on. Let me show something. Okay, guys, I'm going to test it here. How about this Hewlandite? Okay, so see on my phone how it's blurry?
Yeah, that's a little blurry, but not...
Not crazy?
Yeah. It's
So,
not autofocusing, so...
How about now? Does it look better? Because I'm like poking where it is showing on the screen. Alright, I'm putting the Hyundai down. But this one also $4. Ooh, we'll put it on M. M for Hyundai. Okay, so these are just what I was going through. They're gonna be 5 on Facebook tonight, but we're doing them for 4 on YouTube.
Okay.
And I did bring out one more 25 still bite, and that's the last big still bite. Okay, we're gonna switch off for one moment.
Okay. Hey y'all, what's happening?
It looks worse than I did.
I think I need to be like right
Can I
here.
take this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I need to be right here, so I need to put something up here to where I'm like right here. There we go. How's that? There we go. That works, right? If there was only not a phone holder blocking the... See, it needs to be like right there. How about that? Unfortunately, the phone holder doesn't give me a whole lot of options here. Okay, so what's going on, everybody? I don't... Let's see. Got... Okay, here we go. Hey, Susan. How's it going? So, I just got here. I was working on wax melts. I've got a lot of little specimens, so we're just going to do a deal on these guys. They're all different, though. And these are a lot different. They're actually from a different place than other ones that we had last night, so they are very different. Oh, if I don't knock something over here. That guy. Let's see if this helps. There we go. So this is an apophyllite. Big apophyllite point. I don't like this. I'm gonna knock it over. Here we go. Okay. I'm just not used to it. Okay, so here we go. I think the worst thing about Samsung, I've never had an issue with Galaxy, but Bixby, like, I don't know why they want me to use Bixby so bad, but I don't want to use Bixby. So this one, it's got something red in there. I don't know what that is. It's kind of like a dark red color. So that one's going to be on, we'll go with G for that guy. And these are $4. Let's grab one more here. There's so many to choose from. They're all different too. Oh, this one's cute. Okay, so this is what looks like some chalcedony with apophyllite growing on it. So you have like a double terminated apophyllite point right there. Yeah. And then another apophyllite point there, and then one down here. So this one is going to be 4 as well. That one's going to go on to, let's go with F. That one's on F. Yeah, that one was pretty neat. I'm having trouble deciding which ones to grab. Okay, so this one is really interesting as well. So look at this one. This one actually has, so it's got still bite, and it looks like it has a bunch of little cave-in sites on it.
Oh yeah, I did see
one
of those in there last night.
It's got a bunch of little cave-in site flowers on it.
Where else are you getting a $4 cave-in site?
Yeah, nowhere.
It's cute. Yeah, because it's just an overlook. Like when they're boxing these up, I guess.
Yeah, it's
because normally them finding cave-in site would really jack up the price.
Yeah, that one's gonna be on M, the cave-in site one.
Do you want me to take over, or do you want me to help?
You can, whatever you want to do.
I want to do whatever is easiest.
I'm having a good time with this.
Okay, then I'm gonna bag things.
Okay.
And I'm gonna actually, since you're gonna stay on there, I'm gonna try and get us shared to Facebook.
Okay, I did already.
Oh, just kidding. Not gonna double share.
You should be able to share. Like if you're on mobile or on the, like, it should be able to have a thing that has a share option. Got Susan on. You said Susan, right?
Oh shoot.
There should be a share option there. Like that's how I shared it to our page earlier. But yeah, I don't know how it is for different devices, so I'm not totally sure. I think I like this
Yeah,
light
of
better.
course, Lisa. I'll actually go grab one. I love showing off the
I
plants.
just got the new jars in today. I got some different jars that we're going to be using also. So I should be doing some work on the um, the plant situation. I've just been kind of in limbo because like I've been rigging up the broken tank that I got that was supposed to
Yeah.
hold them, and I put water in it today and it held water for about
Oh, was it leaking?
0 seconds. So I took it
No.
back outside and like added more sealer on it, and hopefully that's going to help it. This one has a lot of, I guess it's iron. I don't know though. It's got this very blood red color, and it looks almost like moss. So it looks kind of like dendrites in there, but they're red. I don't know. It's
Don't have your
weird.
phone, so I'm gonna set it back.
Okay, that one is gonna go on. I'll put it on L.
I found
So,
this on the laptop. It's much cleaner.
ah,
Like it.
let's see
Oh, were those from Namibia or Nepal?
which
The tourmaline.
they.
I'll check.
I'm pretty
But
sure it was
we
Namibia.
need to get Justine on L.
Okay, nice grab on that
Yeah.
one. That's a really odd one. This is a weird one too. This one has a little bit of everything. This one is like the Neapolitan. It really is. Look at this.
What's
You
it
got,
got on it?
so you got like a
Oh, I
Apophyllite.
see Human Diet, Populite.
Yeah, it's got everything, and it's also got a pink base that is really makes it kind of stand out.
That would be a cool pendant.
Yeah,
Everything would be a
everything
cool
is a
pendant.
cool chunky pendant. $4. That one's gonna be on M.
Oh, let me grab some plants.
Okay. How long are we gonna be on YouTube?
Hopefully till 6:30.
6:30. Okay.
And then we will probably go back over to Facebook. However, soon we won't be treating YouTube as the pre-show. We'll be doing full
Just doing
shows
full
on here.
shows.
So just make sure that if you're watching and you're not able to comment yet,
Donna's
we
gonna
do
get M.
get signed up on YouTube
Yes, for sure.
so you don't miss a whole complete show.
My goal is to start making posts on YouTube regularly. Just like nothing really intense, just like just a video upload where I'm just looking at something, talking about something, that kind of thing. And I just want to start doing that regularly so that we'll start
I'm doing one tonight.
because like it's the same as Facebook where like if you have a page on Facebook and you're trying to get a lot of traffic on it and you want people to actually see it, you have to make posts on it on a regular basis. And so that's kind of the next step we have with YouTube. And so some of the stuff is not going to be produced at all. Like it's just going to be, we're just going to be sitting here like we are live and we're just going to talk about something and show something.
Like this flat. I would love to have done
Yeah.
a video of just looking at this flat.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's totally what we can do. Like, because it's not going to be all just about sales. You know, it's also just checking out stuff and, you know.
So with some of the jars, like
That one's really cool. That one can go on to G.
Yeah.
I'm taking this other one off G.
David said I should not have filled this one all the way to the top because
Yeah.
of this species, but this one is fully aquatic.
Yeah. So I didn't see the chat, so I don't know what the question is.
Oh, is it full to the top with water?
Oh, yeah. Some of them are. Some of them are like you don't really have to. It just depends on the plants. Generally speaking, though, with aquatic plants, more water is better, usually.
But the dragon's tongue, which is so
Yeah.
pretty.
But some of these are not actually aquatic plants just because they're sitting in water. That makes them more like a marginal plant. It's called like marginal or a bog plant, where they basically kind of like they're the plants that sit around the edges of like a pond or a creek or something. So sometimes they're underwater, but most of the time they're not out underwater, but like part of the plant's underwater. It's pretty cool. And so, okay, so on the bottom of them, this is not dirt. It's actually a specialized plant substrate that we're using. And part of the whole process when you get one of these is like you actually do need to rinse this a little bit because it's dusty. But you can kind of see
What
than
I
there.
actually did when I was setting up some of the kits was after I rinsed it, you don't want to stir it or agitate it as you rinse it because the balls will actually break down and it will keep turning into dirt.
So they're actually clay. It's like a mineral rich clay that has been pelletized into small pebbles. And it's really good for plants to grow in. Like they love this kind of like clay material because it has a high cation exchange capacity, which just means that different minerals that they use attach themselves to the clay, and they make them bioavailable for the plants if the conditions are right. So,
like with this one, I actually planted everything first. So I put my fertilizer tab in the bottom, which you guys will get in the kit. I put the substrate on top of the fertilizer tab, planted the plant, and then I put the stones on top so that as I was dripping water in, it would hit the stones and wouldn't disrupt the surface. So I planted everything as you see it and then filled it up really slowly.
We were thinking about this going with regular gravel or even like crystal chips or something, but honestly, like I want it to be set up in a way that is very I want it to be set up in a good way for the plants to actually have a really good chance of surviving and thriving in there. And I feel like doing it with crystal chips or something looks nice, but it doesn't actually. It's very gimmicky because it doesn't consider, a month from now when the plant really needs a good substrate. So we're really trying to make him set up in a way to where it's very simple to set up, but then also you kind of have everything you need to make the plant happy.
And it's so cute. Like, I honestly like that it has a substrate because it looks more natural.
I do like those colors,
and then when you cap it with crystal chips or tumbles, whatever you might, I think they're all going to come with some crystal chips.
Yeah.
But even if you decided to not put the chips in and do big tumbles, it still looks, I think they look great.
Yeah.
That one has actually a tower in it, and that's something you can do and just leave the substrate exposed. Like that one I have, and I put multiple plants in it.
Yeah, this one has multiples.
It's got like 2 different species.
Yeah, hopefully next week is when we're gonna like launch the whole thing. I'm working on it today. Like once we're done with the lives today, I'll be working on getting them set up. Like now that we have all the different containers, because we have basically 3 different sizes of containers, and I don't know if we're gonna keep that. We may switch down and only have 2. We may go with 3. I don't know. So it's kind of like
have to also price for you guys not getting the kit because some people have like beta tanks and they want to put plants in it and they don't need the kit.
Or even like a vase or something, because you really don't have to have one of these jars to make it happen. So the
kit just sets you up to have the most success, I guess, because everything that you need is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty cool. So what else do we want to do on this pre-show?
Ooh.
I'm going to go ahead and show a few more of these while I've got you guys on these, because I think that once we go onto the Facebook show with these, they're going to go really fast at the price. So, and plus we're doing a deal on them here. So let me figure out one.
Facebook deals, or sorry, YouTube
Oh, there's
deals.
a scolecite in here.
Yeah.
So I got a scolecite in here.
I do still have some higher quality scolecites.
So this scolecite that is part of these zeolites is only $4. Nice. That one can be on L. I'll move this out of the way.
I love the new setup though.
Yeah.
That light is really, you have to buy a new one for your tank because I want to keep it.
Got Donna on L.
Got you, Donna.
On the scolecite.
Oh, good one. For $4, I
yeah.
like that one.
Yeah, that's a good price. Oh, this is cute. Okay, so a couple of different things. Yeah, I think that you need this light, not this light.
I know, because I want it to be all white light.
Yeah, because that's
like
one.
The reds and blues.
Yeah, this one gives reds and blues because it is a plant light.
That by putting a heavy rock on top of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, if we still had the legs for it, we could have had it up here and then.
But I can put it on that shelf and then set a heavy rock on it.
Yeah.
Let me get a heavy rock.
Okay.
How about Septarian? Pretty heavy.
Yeah.
All right. I'll grab it from here.
Okay.
Okay, what do you think? And we'll turn this one off.
Yeah, that looks good.
Still lights the board nicely.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah, we'll have to like make sure that people know that whether the tumbles are water friendly or not.
Yeah.
Most stuff is okay, but like some things aren't, which
It's more like the detriment of like fish in your tank.
yeah.
Most sealed tumbles are not going to have a ton of issues.
Yeah, it's not really the plants that are the concern or the like my big concern is the fish themselves, like if you were to put a fish in there, but obviously I don't recommend putting fish into these small containers.
Yeah.
So like it's made just to put a plant in it. And honestly, some of these plants after like, several months, if you have it in a really good light source, you probably want to move it to a larger container because they're going to grow, and some of them will be small, but some of them actually do get pretty big if they're doing really well, like most plants. So
let me get the bamboo. I think that's a cool one.
So this is an apophyllite, icy apophyllite with some stillbite. You see the stillbite in there. Super icy. That one's on M, and these are $4. Yeah, so this is a curly bamboo. This is a good example of a very, very low maintenance one. See, it's like sticking out of the tank or out of the container already. People keep these in jars and vases as well.
I did this one. It's all Java moss with a crystal point.
And so, like, this one has a moss agate obelisk in it with the Marimo moss ball.
I'm bringing you so many things.
I see that.
I did this one that has Java moss and a Marimo and a spirit quartz. And then amethyst chips. Because nothing in here really roots.
Yeah.
So I didn't do any substrate in this one.
Okay. Yeah, you don't really need a substrate if you don't have rooting plants in there. So, like, Java moss, different mosses, and the moss balls, which are technically type of algae, they don't have roots. Sometimes they will cling to things, and they'll grow on them, but they don't need a rooting substrate to get buried into. So you don't have to have one with them. And honestly, like even with a lot of these, like the Anubias, like this guy right here, this type of plant doesn't technically need one either. It's kind of like an epiphyte where it can like grow on a tree, like an air plant, basically. They actually like to attach themselves to like driftwood and things like that in nature, like big rocks and stuff.
It'd be cool with a crystal cluster.
Yeah,
because it would take roots through it.
Yeah, and that may be a thing that we end up doing is like
Attaching
putting some on some cool crystal clusters and stuff. But a lot of crystals fade, in sunlight. So because of that, if you have a direct light on these, like an aquarium light type light, it could fade, your amethyst a little bit. But as long as you're not using like a super expensive, crazy amethyst from wherever, then it's not, yeah. Or you pick one that's already really light colored. It's like, okay, but if it gets a little lighter, it's not a big deal. That's kind of how I would approach that. But yeah, there's a lot of different options. So
they're cute.
Yeah.
I'm excited to do the kits.
And a lot of the stuff, a lot of like this, like the Lucky Bamboo thing is not really bamboo. It's actually called a Dracana. And it's Dracana sanderiana, which is a very commonly used houseplant. Like a lot of the different plants, like the big, I can't show it from here, but like the big ones, like that's a Dracana plant.
Yeah.
That big giant one back there. And then also the straight ones, there's like all different types that are all Dracanas. And they just happen to be these really low, light, really easy plants that love water. So, they're just really easy. And you don't have to have lights on in your, you don't have to have any supplemental lights on for them. So that was part of the goal as well, is just to make, like, I don't want people to have to go out and buy a light to keep their plant happy, because that's just a little much. So, but I think I picked the ones that work pretty well without all of that. Okay. This is my new jar, by the way. I'm doing something with this new jar. This one.
Is it a secret?
No, I don't know yet. I'm doing something with them. These are actually recycled glass jars from Spain. They're really, really cool. So, eco-friendly glass.
like the Anubis.
That's really
That's
cool.
one of my favorites.
Yeah, the Anubias plants are interesting though because like there's a lot of different species, and so like this species, for example, this is about full size on these. Like as far as like how big the plant is right now, the leaves and everything are not going to get a whole lot bigger. It just grows and it adds more leaves to it, and the rhizome just gets longer, and then it just adds more leaves. But like they don't get a whole lot bigger than this. But then this Anubias, which looks like either Anubias heterophylla or Anubias nanki. It's a which is like a hybrid one. This one, like the leaves on it are actually going to probably get probably like 1.5 to 2 times what the size they are right now. And the nice thing though is that this one can come up out of the water and then actually be sticking out above the water, and it might be okay. It just really depends a lot on your climate, but they do grow above and below water, so they're pretty easy. But
I
they
like
get
that.
big, you know.
That's cool. You can see the roots on it too.
Yeah, this is one of the kind. These two are the kinds that actually will attach themselves to a
Anything.
anything. Yeah, including crystals and everything else. Like they can just like latch in there. So pretty cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool if you had a cluster and it could really just like grab on.
Yeah, I mean the thing about it is like when you have one, either you super glue it to get it started.
Yeah.
You just put like a dab of super glue on it and just to hold it in place. Some people rubber band them, or they just like what I do because I'm really lazy and make it easy. I just like I'll take whatever it is I'm attaching it to and then just put the Anubias under it a little bit so it just has no choice but to grow up onto it. It's a little bit. It takes a lot longer that way, but it
Yeah.
works pretty well. So
All right. Ready to Facebook?
yeah, we're gonna Facebook now. So we got a lot of new stuff to show, I guess tonight. Do we? We got
I
a ton of new
don't
stuff.
have a ton of it priced, but I have
Okay,
some of it out.
okay. So we have some new stuff to show tonight. Not everything is priced yet, not even close, but we'll still be going over some new things. And
Big
yeah,
halite I put out.
there's a big
See that
halite.
monster halite?
That thing is a monster.
Sodalite being in water, anything that's really polished should be okay, right?
Sodalite, I think, is okay. I don't know. I've not heard of it why it wouldn't be, other than like sodalite, like Sunset Sodalite, and a lot of sodalite has it has iron oxide in it, which is not really that big of a deal for plants. They actually do like a little bit of iron, even though iron oxide is not in a it's not in a form that they can actually take it up anyway. So like when it's oxidized, it has to actually be um, the pH on it has to be lowered before it's even soluble for them. So it's an annoying and complicated talk about bioavailability for plants and people. But I don't. I think sodalite's probably okay. I know there's calcite in sodalite as well. Calcite-based materials will eventually erode in water over time. Um, Sometimes, like the thing is, like in a container like this, like what happens is if the pH of the water is below neutral, it's slightly acidic and it will pull some of the calcium away from, the tumbles or whatever that are in there. But once it's already done that, it's not going to take any more. So like as long as the water's not changing, or if you're using a hard water source, it doesn't really matter. Like it's not going to change it much. That's why it's like a tough subject when someone says that selenite dissolves in water. It doesn't. It doesn't just dissolve. First of all, it can erode over time, but it just depends on the water conditions. Like it's a really big factors all play into whether that actually has any impact or not. But like with fish tanks, like whenever you want to put, like when you want to make hard water in your fish tanks for like Rift Lake cichlids or something that needs hard water, or even like saltwater tanks, you put crushed coral or aragonite or dolomite, like dolomitic limestone, in there, and over time it pulls the ions away from it and erodes it down, but and it puts it into the water. So, it works in a way. So it's a very complicated answer. Anyway, so we're gonna go and we're going to be on Facebook,
Yeah.
right? And are we gonna do that right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to get the wax melts together. So we do
They're all
have.
in here.
Do we? Okay.
Are they?
I don't know.
We'll check.
Okay. Yeah, we have to figure out if we have any sold already on the feed or anything else. So.
It'll be within the 30 minutes ish.
But we have like 6 or 7 new wax melts that we're doing.
Yeah.
So. Okay. All right. We'll be back soon.
Bye.
Bye.